Hi friends, MD Vegan. I'm making a new recipe today with juices. Juices maybe the root of my making new recipes. Because somehow you reduce the fruit and the vegetables from the fiber, that what you cannot digest, you take away and only take the pure energy that is for us to use. Well, a normal day when I do not fast, that's I always do that juices on the juice fasting day. When I do not fast, I eat the whole food. Whole food, plant-based diet, that's healthy. And when I take away the fiber, it is no longer whole food. And that is important. The whole food is important because digestion has more than about 70% of our immune system. But also it uses 60% of the energy in the food for digestion. So we only get a small part of what we take in to use for ourselves. The rest is digestion. And on a fasting day, I don't digest, I put the digestion at rest. And so I have the pure essence, if you want. I mean, it's not really true, because the fiber also has some very important nutrients, and it produces some very important nutrients, as science shows more and more. But still, it still makes sense to say fiber is what we don't digest. You know, the rule of thumb a little bit. Yeah, not 100%, but the idea, you get the idea. Fasting is about resting the digestion and get the whole energy of that what you take in for cleansing, self-reflection, and also creativity. It goes directly into there. And for me, that's why also, I feel the ingredients directly. They go directly to the bloodstream, the nutrients from the juices, and I feel what they do and how they taste together, the effects, the benefits. That's why juicing is so important to me. I do it once a week on the Gentle Juicefasting day, and I always make a new recipe. Today I make a recipe with pineapple and carrots. I have done recipes with pineapple and carrots sometime, 5, 4, 6, 7, I don't know, juices with that recipe, basic. And I have also added orange, I've added lemon and ginger to boost the effect of the other ingredients and the flavor of the other ingredients. Lemon and ginger are a pairing that is really usable for many recipes to boost the already ingredients that are in there. Lemon and ginger, they're a booster. Very nice, I like it. But today I add apple and cilantro. So I show you the main ingredients of my classical recipe. That is at first here, this is the thing here, carrots and a pineapple, a small pineapple here. Carrot pineapple juice. And the carrot is an earth flavor. And the earth flavor, the carrot is actually maybe the juice, the vegetable juice you can make the easiest. If you want to begin with juicing, you would begin with the carrot juice naturally. It's a super classical juice. Just carrots by itself is delicious. Another classical here is add orange to a carrot. It's also amazing. And orange is a very interesting combination with earth flavors, as to me, it is somehow a neutral element for the earth flavors. It keeps the earth flavor, whereas other ingredients like mango or so, they completely eliminate the earth flavor of beet and carrots, especially with beets. It's a very strong earth flavor. The orange keeps the main the earth flavor, and just so it enhances, it makes the juice more volume, gives them more volume, in keeping the main flavor, the earth flavor aspect, a strong flavor. So I have the classical orange, carrot, pineapple. Pineapple is very unique. It's a solitaire. I call it a solitary in my kitchen because it's easiest to eat the pineapple by itself. It has a very important enzyme, the bromelain, and it helps to digest a fat, a protein in the first place, and that is rare. but also at the same time the bromelain seems to be that what makes it difficult to combine with other fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, for example, which have protein. Somehow it doesn't work together oftentimes. Only in some cases it does. With fruit is easier, yeah, but with nuts and seeds it's very hard to combine the pineapple. So I call it a solitary. There are some fruits, some plants that are easier to eat on its own. And a new recipe has to make the ingredients better. Yeah, it has to have a surplus over the single ingredients. Yeah. So I have a little bit here, a little bit of system going in my mind. I share a little bit from that. And so I have the carrot, pineapple, orange base. And I will add today 2 new ingredients, that is apple and cilantro. Cilantro is a green herb. It's called the Asian parsley because it is a little bit similar to parsley. It has a different flavor, but it has a very strong cleansing effect. It cleanses heavy metals from the body like parsley. Parsley and cilantro do that very strongly, so I have it all the time at home. Parsley always, and cilantro not so easy to store because it's very gentle. You see it's a tender leafy green, I would say. It's a green herb, but it wilts very fast. It's wilting, and you cannot store it so long. So it has to be used fast. Others, parsley is easier. It's more heavy. It can be stored for a longer time in the refrigerator. It's very easy to store. Cilantro not so much. It has a different flavor. And with apple together, it's a nice combination. So apple is also nice together with carrot. It's another classic, you know. Apple and carrot juice is a classic. Yeah. Lemon and ginger. I talked about it before as an enhancer and a booster of the flavors. Yeah, 3-inch maybe of ginger root and 1 lemon. That's nice to enhance the other flavors. So I have now 7 ingredients. It's one is the classical orange and carrot juice. The next one is the orange, the carrot and apple juice. The first juice is the carrot and orange juice. The second one is the carrot and apple juice. And then I have the classical carrot and pineapple orange juice. And now I add the carrot and the cilantro to that. So I have a complexity of flavors here. I'm very excited. That's what I always do. Cooking to me is a combination of ingredients to get something new, a new flavor. Mainly, of course, it's all about flavors, but you have also colors, you have textures, you have fragrances, the nutrients that boost your system, that do something in the body. All these things I have to take into consideration to make a new recipe, and it has to add something to the original ingredients. It cannot be that I have a recipe and I would say afterwards when eating it, might have been better to eat the ingredients on their own. Then something went wrong. So a good recipe has to add something extra, something you want to have in addition on top of the ingredients. Let's see what happens. It's very exciting to find out. And here I have the classics, you know, the carrot and the orange, the carrot and the apple. These are classics, and then I add something new. Yeah. So I do that now. I will juice these, and then I'll tell you in a moment what it tastes like. See you in a moment. I have a big juice here. That is more than a liter. This is a liter, and here I have another third of a liter, so 1.3 or so. The ingredients I have: 3 apples, 3 oranges, 1 pineapple, 5 carrots or so, a bunch of parsley. That doesn't really count. There's no much volume comes out of the parsley, the cilantro. Sorry, the green. Not much volume comes from the juice. Comes into the juice from the parsley, from the cilantro, Asian parsley, and a lemon and a ginger piece. Also not so much. So my volume comes from the apple, from the orange, from the carrots, of course, and the pineapple. And there's 1.3 or so, and that juice is nice for a whole meal on a complete meal. Let's say on a fasting day, I take these juices as my meals. I have 3 main meals. So just traditionally speaking, I don't have that always, but just to make a little comparison, to give a little bit of a rule of thumb, I just take such a juice as one meal, and I drink it very slowly. Can take some time because I don't want to have a rush of nutrients into my system, the bloodstream. Especially the sugar can be a problem if the sugar is going to the blood too fast, and fruit is more sugar in there, a lot of sugar that goes into the blood too fast. You get a sugar spike, and that's not so good for the health. You know, the insulin production is out of balance, and the system doesn't play really. It has to be in harmony slowly. So slowly taking the juice is important. I drink it slowly. I chew it a little bit. Really enjoy the flavor and everything. I need to have a lot of drinking in the fasting day. I have, to me personally, that might vary from person to person. I have to feel great. I have to make sure I feel great. I have to drink 4 liters. I drink water. I drink juices. I drink nut milks. Also teas and coffees I drink. Yeah, when I like to, no problem. I mostly reduce some fiber. That's mainly. But you can also have a smoothie with fiber. You can have a broth or so. You can have a light salad or so, just to help. Because if you're fasting, if the cleansing, the inner cleansing is too fast, then you can have a headache, for example. You feel nauseous, something not nauseous, not so nice, and you want to avoid that. So to avoid that, you just take some food, some firm food or some fiber with the food. And then you feel better usually, because that's most important, to feel great. That's why we call it gentle juice fasting, because you make sure that you feel great, delighted every moment. The juices are a great way, to me, to feel great, to feel delighted all day long. I like my juice fasting days once a week. They're a very powerful tool to get better, to self-reflect, to be creative too. To watch inside and to see what happens inside, something I might have forgotten about. It's still there and lurking behind, from behind, comes up now. The monsters of the past or so, they come up. But all this has to be moderated, not too much at a time. So it takes place over time, week by week. Yeah, I do a 1 month fasting day. Again, it's very intense. If you do it over a long time, it gets more and more intense. But also, I get used to it. I don't feel it so intense, but I know the effect is strong, and the cleansing, it takes time. We have to go through layers. You can't begin any point you want. Your body and the mind, they know best where to begin. And we don't always know that. We feel something is a problem in our system. We have an allergy or something, and some ailment or so, and you want to heal it. But the body and the mind, they know better where to begin. Sometimes you have to begin at another point. Something is not so obvious. And the gentle juice fasting every week is a good way to get there. But you have to be patient. You have to do it always slowly. And 1 day a week fasting with juices is very harmless. And you have these wonderful calories and nutrients and vitamins and minerals to keep you healthy. Regular fasting without juices can be very stressful. And you have to have maybe a medical assistance. You have to have a health practitioner, a professional doctor or so to advise you, to tell you if that is okay for your system, or maybe you harm yourself. The liver and the kidneys, they can also be, they can harm you if you detox too fast and you put residues back into the system, or from the blood, from the fat that you burn into the bloodstream. Then these toxins, they can harm already the body also. That's why when you fast longer time, or more strong and stressful, you may have to use a doctor, to ask a doctor if you should really fast. Or the easiest way to me is to feel great. When I feel great, then I meet the definition of health. The health definition that is by the World Health Organization for some time, and more and more adapted in the countries, it is well-being, socially, mentally, and physically. So it's a very complex thing, health, but it's well-being. You feel great on all these levels, and if you feel great, so then you're healthy. You don't need to see a doctor. That easy, of course, it's not that easy. Of course, you can't be sick without noticing it. I'm not talking about that now, just the fasting. And to determine if you can fast, it's easier to do a gentle fasting for 1 day only. Then you're pretty sure. And always here in doubt, see the doctor, always better. Yeah. So I make this juice here. It looks nice, it has a nice color. I will taste it now. I'm talking a lot here. Explain what's going on in fasting here. In my case, it's very personal here. I share some things that I do. Of course, you have to understand what you do. It's also very individual. I can just inspire to look into it, to try something. Yeah, but you always look at your own intuition and make your decision with all best advice to you available. So I will try that now, the flavor. That's the most thing. And your recipe, the most important thing, the flavor. What does it taste like? Let's see. Well, first I have to say, pineapple juice is a wonderful juice by itself. You can always make a pineapple juice and be happy. It's so delicious. This is a pineapple juice with oranges and carrots. That's a complex, I would say classical juice, a complex of 3 ingredients. It tastes all that great. But here I added apple and cilantro. And now what I have here is an amazing flavor. It's really tastes like these candy kid flavors I have found in the beet juices with mango. The earth flavors, when they are opened, so to say, with other flavors, other fruit, sweet and sour fruit, they turn in the most amazing flavors. They are really, you never taste this before. Something very, very, very exciting. And this is such a flavor, with the cilantro. Cilantro and pineapple is a special pairing. Not many people like cilantro, or many people don't like cilantro, especially in the West. It's more in Mexico, it's very well known. In Asia, it's very famous for cilantro. But sometimes in the West, you don't find people that like cilantro. But here, the pineapple-cilantro combination makes it so delicious, you don't even taste the cilantro. It's a completely new flavor. I recommend it. You would try. You're surprised. It's so delicious. I bet you find it delicious. I would be surprised if you won't. Here, look at it. This is what it looks like. It's a little bit creamy, but there's a lot of juice in there, a lot of water from the watery fruit, from the orange, from the apple has a lot of water. The pineapple has a lot of water, of course. And the carrot has a little bit less water, but also a lot. But you have a really runny juice here. It's nice to drink, and the flavor is outstanding. I can't describe. It's really a new flavor. Love it so much. Please try, enjoy, and if you like what you try the Gentle Juicefasting, there is a website on Facebook called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, where I always post my juice recipes once a week, and there's some other people who enjoy or share. I have a moon calendar there for the best fasting days. You can find more information there. You can be the member. You can be ask for membership. I will offer, of course, let you in. Others can let you in. And then you can also watch or try fasting yourself and have a little bit of support. If you have questions or so, we are very, very welcome. And the others, you can subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. That's my regular YouTube channel. That's my main channel. And there I post a new recipe every single day. You can like my video there. You can find also me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. MD Vegan is on many sources. And I hope I see you soon. Thanks for watching.